Hello and welcome to the Modern Romantic Podcast, where we celebrate and inspire romanticism through passionate people doing incredible things. Hi, I'm secretly Banksy, but I'll never admit it in court. I am Trey.
I
And I'm
knew it.
joined by my co host, who's secretly also Banksy, but will also never admit it in court,
That's right.
Emily. Hi, Emily.
It's like Negan. We are all Banksy.
We are Spartacus. How's your week been?
It's been interesting. And there's a cat on my desk. Come here, baby. She's like leaning into the mic. Sorry. Um, so we were watching the Emmys red carpet last night,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm always really excited for a red carpet. I feel like fashion is art, and romanticizing that art and watching that is a great maybe it's a great escape from regular everyday life, but also it I just really enjoy it. We like critiquing a bit, and
hmm
some outfits last forever, whether in glory or in a meme, and we saw a few of both, and I really enjoyed this year. We had some really big hits and some really interesting misses.
hmm
And that's okay, because we're not here to judge, but yet we're judging. We're here to critique. Is that better? I don't know how to say that.
Yeah,
We're just
like
here to enjoy all of it somehow.
in some form or another, it's always presented to us as a form of entertainment almost.
Yes.
So, as people who are ingesting said form of entertainment, I think we're allowed to have opinions on said
Oh, yeah.
entertainment. So, we are critiquing the things that are being presented in front of us. Um, I, for example, would love to critique the men's fashion, or shall I say, the lack thereof. Um,
Yes. We did talk about that for sure.
it's it's my one gripe that I wish men's fashion was more interesting, that they would
Mm-hmm.
do new, something different, something a little more avant-garde, and I don't just mean showing up wearing all white. Love you, Pedro Pascal. It looked great, but it was, it's been done.
Mm-hmm. I think also at some point I'm tired of seeing the same old, like the pant length changes, the pant width changes, the pant where it sits on the waist changes, the sleeve width changes, the sleeve length changes, the lapel width changes. All of these things that are just minutely adjusted
Yeah.
create a look, slightly different look, but it's nothing is dramatic enough to be like, as you said, avant-garde. There are some, especially when you compare it to like the changes in women's fashion and the changes that women's fashion makes, it's far more dramatic, and I would
Mhm.
like to see men's fashion step up a little more too, or a lot
Can I-
more, a lot more.
So when we were talking about it last night, it got me thinking about what kind of thing I would design for that. And I haven't really come up with a fully realized concept, but here's my pitch. I want to see a man in a corset. And I don't just mean like a corseted vest. I'm talking like either an underbust or an overbust corset, some type of nice flowy sort of shirt with a collar that would allow for a cravat to lay down the front of that. So
Okay.
very 18th century sort of style, very structured. But along the back of that, I would love to see a nod to the 1940s with a nice flowy train behind him. So it's a little more of a delicate look that I think not many men would take on that kind of fashion. And again, I would need to refine it a little bit more and make it so it's not just like piecing things together. But I rarely have I ever seen anything like that. If I could sum it up into words, I want to see an elven prince on the runway or on the red carpet at some
Oh,
point.
okay. I was gonna say you're gonna have to sketch this out maybe, but okay. I'm hearing that and seeing it a little better
The
mentally.
the look in your eyes says, I'm not on board with that just yet.
I think the flowy part is what I was really struggling with.
Okay.
But when you summed it up with Elven Prince, I'll take that.
Okay.
And I'm assuming we're talking Lord of the Rings elves versus Keebler.
There is something about a nice like cookie train, I gotta say.
It's a
Um,
cookie trick. Can you imagine?
a giant crumble cookie just
There's
as the train.
there's people crawling on the ground after you.
All right. Well, still, I'd want to see something that's different. I want to see something fun and unique. Uh, and what about you? What would you like to see?
In men's fashion?
Or anything on the red carpet that's something different.
You know, a long time ago, Susan Sarandon
Hmm.
got kind of pooped on in the commentary about a brown ball gown she wore. This is ages ago.
Yeah.
You can Google it. She's wearing a brown ball gown. I believe it might have been taffeta, and it was this amazing classic ball gown. I'm a big fan of the big classic ball gown.
Hmm.
I like a good impact, but I don't like one that's like it's got to be fit right and it's got to have there's this edginess I think some people go for that ends up being like where it looks cheap or it looks costumey maybe.
Hmm.
So I like a good classic ball gown, but I kind of like the directions that some people go for like the Met Gala. You know, costumey, but like it's fashion still. Like I think of one of the dresses Blake Lively wore that I feel like did it change color or something like that? Like there was this thing she took off and then it was a
Yeah.
different color, but it was clearly the same dress.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
something like that. So I feel like that type of thing would be a neat direction to go, like to step it up.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
love that. You know who else is an incredible person who has done multifaceted levels of things and could easily talk about what we could do different? Our guest.
Probably our guest. Yes.
Would you? We're so excited to have back today. So I don't want to take anything away from our guest. So Emily, will you
Oh,
please? Will
Oh,
you
but
please
that was
introduce
my
our?
Emmy dress.
this is
Ooh.
Susan Berger showing us her Emmy dress.
But the best part was my Crocs.
Oh yeah, look at those.
Yes.
Those are blinged up.
Yes,
That-
because everybody else was wildly uncomfortable, and I wore Crocs.
That's a great way to do them up too. So it wasn't just like Crocs. They were like
You wear fancy
they were
gold
Susan
jewels.
Bergered up Crocs. Yeah.
yeah,
Did you do that yourself to them?
I did.
All right.
that's
I did
Do
not
you-
do the dress.
Do you still have them?
Yes, I have the Crocs. I don't have the dress. The dress was rented.
It's
Our
beautiful though.
costumer took me to a couple of places, and we found that.
I'm so glad that you showed us that.
yeah.
What an epic and historical night to have been at the
And
Emmys.
it
Emmys.
didn't win this year, but the
Oh.
studio did. And Alan Barinholtz, who is the judge in jury duty, his
Mhm.
son Ike Barinholtz was up for Best Supporting Actor and is in the studio. So they had a lovely. They babysat the kids, so Ike and his wife could go.
Oh, that's so
And
nice.
but they did go to the big party because they're nepo dad and mom.
Right. Right. Well, for anybody who's just tuned in, we are talking today with Susan Berger, who is back on the show after, I think it's been 2 years since we had her on. And we talked 2 years ago about her journey on jury duty, which it had just come out. We were very excited to talk about it because what an epic show. And now you've done quite a bit of work since then, and we're so thrilled to have you back. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Before we get diving into your work, I had a chance to go back and listen to our past episode,
Oh,
and I am curious in the years that have passed since we talked. Your grandkids, I think specifically the older of the two grandkids, um, wanted to make his own cake, but the last time we talked, he actually gave you instructions in order to make his cake. So I'm a little curious about, has he made his own cake since then, or has he
No,
taken?
that was Eugene, and he wanted a duck cake. And
Okay.
he wanted the duck cake that was on Bluey. And I looked at it, and I tried to do it any way I could. And I finally did come up with the duck cake. It wasn't quite the same. And he looked at it and said, "That's great," and wouldn't eat it. So
Oh.
very good. It tasted wonderful. And no, my older grandson Walter, does cook and make cakes, and he's 9.
Okay.
Eugene just prefers to give instructions.
He's a delegator.
Love it. Well, good. Well, still, the fact that you made a duck cake from an animated kids show, that is incredible.
It was
Great work.
hard. I mean, you could find a thing of it, but trying to get the picture right and do what they said, I don't think I did exactly. But the thing that made it was the beak was made out of 2 potato chips. Looked great.
Cute,
Yes,
yeah.
that's
Like 2
great.
Pringles even. Yeah,
Oh
or
yeah, it
any
was
2
Pringles.
chips.
It was
Yeah.
definitely Pringles.
That they've got a good
Pringles
curve
make
for
great
that.
beaks. Yeah,
Mhm.
that was awesome.
Yeah. Well, like Emily was saying, you have been a busy, busy woman.
Yeah.
So can you help catch our audience up on all the amazing things that you've done since we last talked?
All of them. Every last
All of
one.
them.
Oh,
Sorry.
every one of them. Well, one book I republished was Earthquake Because It's Happening. And I had a nonfiction book for children called Earthquake, and it's got facts and factoids and stuff. And I managed to get a new cover and get that done. As far as acting, I've done several things. I might have to look at my IMDb to figure out what I did. Because I know somebody told me something I did, and I said, I did? I didn't think that would ever happen, but I know I did Sex Life for College
Yep.
Girls,
Mhm.
and Laid, which was a series on Peacock with Stephanie Shu and Zosha Mamet. So well written. Oh my goodness. And they were wonderful. I was the nosy neighbor, and I was only in 3 episodes, but it was such fun, and it really was a brilliantly written show. And that filmed in Vancouver. I did a bunch of commercials, which
Mhm.
stunned me because I've never done commercials. I mean, one in my whole life. And it
That's
was
pretty
for a
amazing.
video game. Yeah, called something weird like Grey Gardens, but not.
And you're kind of like the grandma everybody wants to have.
That's fun. Yes. And I know I've done some other stuff. I know I just did this year, which neither of them are out yet. I did Nobody Wants This,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
was lovely. And then I
Very
did
exciting.
Fallout.
Fallout. 2 big name shows right now. Nobody Wants This is the Kristen Bell and oh, forgive me, I don't remember his name.
Adrian
Adrian
Brody.
Brody.
Thank you. Wait,
Adrian Brody. Is that
yeah,
right?
that doesn't sound right.
I think so.
I'm gonna look this up.
It's
And then
wrong, isn't it?
Fallout is big on Amazon Prime right now,
Mhm.
and that's got
Walter Coggins, and I forget who else.
Ella Purnell
Mm-hmm.
is the girl, and a few people you'd recognize, but also just like it's such a quirky and interesting show. Even if you've never had any exposure to the video game or the story before, it's really different.
Yeah, it's an amazing dystopic, and their sets and everything is. What a wonderful place to work.
Yeah, you said you were out in the desert for that. What?
That was fun because I took them. My GPS worked all the way out there, but when we turned around, I had no GPS. And I had to call my son in Michigan, who had me, a locator on me, and say, please tell me how to get home.
Oh my gosh! Thank goodness for that technology.
Oh, yeah, because there was nothing around. We were about an hour and a half out in the desert.
Wow.
And
Wow.
I would have had no idea how to get home.
Wow.
So I was very glad he followed me.
Yeah, it's Adam Brody, by the way.
It's
Not
Adam Brody. I knew
Adam
there was
Brody.
something wrong. Adrian
Yeah.
didn't sound right.
Yeah.
Very
So
nice people, both of them.
so
Oh.
what? So you were
And you know who else was on that? She's been on everything on Broadway. She plays the mom, and she's wonderful. And of course, now I've forgotten her name. but I've admired her for years, and
On
getting to
Nobody
meet her
Wants
and work
This?
with her on Nobody Wants This. She's his mother. The
Um,
girl
Um,
who has
I'm looking.
IMDb.
IMDb is
um,
like,
It's
you
my
kind of
Bible.
need that, like an IV right into your bloodstream
Yeah.
of
Well,
IMDb,
these days you cannot see who is in anything.
right?
Uh, it's just ridiculous.
Such a great resource.
Oh yeah, and I have to have it. If I go to a movie, I want to know who it was. Let's see, I have
Is it
IMDb.
Tova?
Yes, Tova Felcher.
Yeah. Okay.
okay.
She's been on so many Broadway things too. She's done some uh,
Yeah.
great theater, but or film, but she's really known for Broadway and off Broadway.
Okay.
And I would
She's
see her all the time in New York
she's
back
one of
when I
those
was
people you
there.
might recognize too.
Uh huh.
Nice.
Tova.
And that was thrilling.
Very
It's always
cool.
nice to meet with people you really admire and you get to
Mhm.
work with them. Uh, when we went to the Emmys last time, we went
Mhm.
to this one party and I met all the Ted Lasso cast. And I
What?
was so excited.
That is very exciting. I feel like I saw you post a few pictures from that.
Probably I did because I
Yeah.
was really excited about it.
Yeah, who wouldn't be? That's amazing.
Who is your favorite person?
Oh,
Not that anyone has any favorites, but who is your favorite person?
That's hard on that show. I love Keeley. I love Brett Goldstein. And I love that he was one of the writers and decided to send in a tape.
Yeah, just
That to me was a wonderful story. And I pretty much love everybody on it.
yeah.
good. The person I was like very surprised to see on it was Hannah Waddingham.
She
I
was
know
wonderful.
she's amazing. I got to see it on Amazon. If you sign up for their Broadway HD thing, they have a filmed version of her as the witch in Into the Woods. Stunning, stunning
Oh, I have
performance.
not seen that.
Hmm.
Highly recommend. When you are, it sounds like you are not starstruck, but it sounds like you still find people that you admire.
Oh, I do. I think
How,
we all do. I mean,
how
my
do
first ones were Jimmy Stewart, Bob Hope, and the guy from Santa Claus, Edmund Gwynn. I loved him. I would have loved to have met him. I did meet Jimmy Stewart and Bob Hope, which was thrilling.
you serious?
Yeah, at Golden Boot Awards, they used to have this award ceremony where old actors and stuntmen would give each other prizes, and Roy and Dale were there, and everybody. And we got to go because my husband, Barry Corbin, has done a lot of westerns now, and I didn't think we could take cameras or anything. But when we got into the press room, there was Iron Eyes Cody, and he was Betamaxing everything. And I ran out and got my a camera from my friends and said, "Give it to me," and went in and took pictures of everybody. Oh, it was wonderful.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay, I would kill to honestly Jimmy Stewart. Yes, hands
Oh,
down.
and I got to meet Maureen O'Hara, and
Oh,
just people I've loved all my life.
right.
So that was very exciting.
Oh,
So yeah, I'm an actor, but I'm also a fan.
Mm-hmm.
that is what makes us human. Emily is a photographer and then got to meet one of her all-time favorite photographers, Brooke
Mm-hmm.
Shaden. So I think we're allowed to be fans and we're allowed to
Yeah.
Oh
geek
yeah,
out a
we
little
should
bit.
be. I mean,
Yeah.
art is wonderful, and any art you admire is yay you. I used to be after my both my children and my grandchildren. I won't let them destroy each other's sandcastles because that's art.
Love
And
that.
nobody should touch anybody else's art.
Agreed. Hey, I'm going to interrupt really quick.
Yeah.
Josh messaged me about this. It's
Okay.
possible this mic isn't working. Oh no. Okay, I have to be right back then.
Okay.
That's the only fix for it. So I'm going to let it keep the live stream going, and I'm just going to edit this out, I guess. Anyway, I'll be back.
Okay.
It's
No worries.
close. Don't let anybody tell you differently. There are spooks.
um, so with those fans and with that sort of thing, how do you balance being a fan and not let it like? How do you maintain that level of professionalism with being a fan?
Admiring somebody's art and complimenting them is a good thing to do, and you can't let it affect your own work.
Hmm.
Um, I remember Barry, when he did his first Clint Eastwood movie, he got freaked out because it was Any Which Way You Can. And Clint Eastwood pulled back to hit him. And all of a sudden he thought, that's Clint Eastwood. And he knew it showed on his face. So he blew the take. Because John Travolta told her, if it's a bad take, blow it good so they can't use it, because otherwise they will.
Wow.
Oh, interesting advice.
So, yeah. What was interesting for me is I was married to Barry Corbin, and he was a well-known actor for a long time before I ever got well-known. And all of a sudden to have people coming up to me and saying, oh, can we take a picture? I'm going, where's Barry?
No, we want a picture with you.
Really? Okay. And it's fun.
We could just take a screenshot of this right here.
Yeah.
And we're in a picture with you. I want a picture with you. I'm going to take one quick.
Okay.
We should smile, though.
Will I be asleep?
No.
I get a lot of that.
Everybody watching at home or watching this wherever you might be watching this episode or listening to this, picture us. We are taking a delightful picture right now with Susan Berger.
That's right. I'm just screenshotting what we're looking at us on the camera.
Okay.
Is your mic fixed?
You look great.
Thank you.
I'm going to post this on our social media and we'll tag you.
Okay,
There we go.
cool.
It's done. I took two just in case, but I think the second one was better.
Cool.
Thank you.
That makes sense. I think there was a similar advice or similar mentality whenever the Star Trek episodes were going on. William Shatner, with the episode that he was kissing, what is her name? Was the commander on deck, and the studio didn't want him, according to rumor, didn't want to air like an interracial kiss. So they said, we'll film.
Uhuru?
I'm sorry?
Lieutenant Uhuru, Nichelle Nicole?
Yes, thank you. The story
Trey.
apparently goes that the studio didn't want to, or there was a lot of pushback from TV stations that they wouldn't air it. So they filmed, we're trying to film two different scenes. One where they just kind of embraced and he didn't kiss her, and one where there was the whole kissing scene. William Shatner, according to the stories, ruined every single take except for the one where he actually kissed her to intentionally make sure that got on air.
Nice.
So, yeah, ruining takes can sometimes lead to some good stories.
Yeah.
I like this.
They take so many takes on any show.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the general one, then there are all the close-ups and stuff like that, and they'll do it several times. Barry was on MASH, and he and Alan Alda blew 30 takes before lunch between them. They didn't mean to do it, but Alan couldn't remember the line. And finally, Barry started losing his line. That was a fun
Oh my
show.
goodness.
I
That
did
sounds
that
like a
show
fun
right
day.
after we did. Yeah. I got to do it too. So that was so much fun.
Did you? Tell
Yeah.
us what did you do on the show? Who did
I
you
was a nurse and I had a big laugh, and Alan was asking me about a bottle of wine or something. And
Okay.
but I already knew Alan. I was his dresser when I was 17 in Rome, Italy.
Oh, wow.
I was the assistant stage manager, but nobody else was available to dress him. My mother was a little upset that I was dressing a grown man, but oh well, I liked it. And he's a nice guy. And then I met him again when he was doing Apple Tree in New York, the musical on Broadway.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had already known him, and he has a very good memory, and he remembered me, which is wow.
That's great.
The same thing. Oh, I did the Connors with John Goodman.
Yes. Yes, you
And he
did.
remembered me.
Did he
That's
really?
awesome too.
Yes, the second time, the first time, I did a musical on Broadway called The Robber Bridegroom. And he loved that musical. And we were apparently at a commercial audition together and had a long talk about it back in New York. And then Kenny Jenkins, who did Scrubs, was the administrator, used to give sing-alongs. And we went to one, and John came over to me and said, "You don't remember me." He was doing Roseanne at the time. He said, "I'm John Goodman. You're Sue Berger, but you don't remember me." And I'm thinking, why do you remember me? That was amazing.
That's so cool.
That was cool.
You know, those are two people I'd love to have on the show too. Alan Alda I've been a fan of for a long time, and
Oh, yeah.
I
He's
think
wonderful.
he just sounds awesome. He's got a really unique story too about like growing up with polio, and
And also his dad was famous.
oh
Robert.
right,
Uh-huh.
right.
When I met them, they were doing a show together in Rome at this theater, Teatro de Cervi, which was the only English-speaking theater in Rome. But it was Alan Alda, Robert Alda, and Eva Bartok, who was a Hungarian famous movie star.
Mm-hmm.
And so he grew up, around the dad's famous. And he became a wonderful dad and husband and everything.
Yeah, he seems like he would be a great guy. And
Really,
that's awesome. So you were on MASH with him, and then you were talking about John Goodman. We were going somewhere with that. Now I
was on the Connors with him, and he recognized me again. He said, "We met. We know." I said, "Yeah." And he did a tour of The Robber Bridegroom. And the guy who played my son in the musical on Broadway played in it with him. And
okay.
They were good friends, and he was remembering stuff Tripp did. He quit the show because they wanted him to do something. He said, "That ain't funny." So he just quit.
Oh.
Wow.
I mean, we have the right to do that.
Yeah.
Know
this
your
isn't
boundaries.
funny, Trey. I'm out.
This isn't funny, Emily. I'm out.
Wait, I want to talk about my book.
Yes, no.
Yes, we would.
Don't
You
be
know what,
out.
Susan? No.
Oh my gosh.
Susan, let's absolutely talk about that, because you have been able to publish some more books since we last talked. I would love to talk about that. Please tell us about your new books.
Well, I'm thinking I have a copy of one here around here. Oh, there it is.
Get it.
I didn't know. All right. This one is called Earthquake.
Yeah.
And it's about it's how to prepare, how to stay safe, and how to survive. And there's also inside lots of factoids, like, there are no port landings on the moon, and things you should have in your first aid kit to go. And it works for hurricanes and stuff too. This one's been wrinkled up. Well, I can't sell that one anymore.
Maybe it's worth more now because you wrinkled it. Hand wrinkled by Susan Berger.
Oh, cool. Yeah, and the thing is that a big earthquake feels like Disney times 7, that roller coaster, Space Mountain. And one of the things that's in here is a thing to how do you size earthquakes, because you hear about them all the time.
Yeah.
And I came up with a thing using a grain of rice.
Oh.
And if you took 1 grain of rice and pretended it was a 3, which is about the first one you can call, And then when you get to a 4, you're using 10 grains of rice. But now you're going to count by tens. So when you get to a 5, you've made it to 100 grains of rice. But now
Wow.
you're going to count by hundreds. 6s, you're going to count by thousands. 7 by 10,000. 8s by 100,000.
Okay.
So an 8.1 is 100,000, and 8.9 is 900,000, and 9.1 is a million. So the difference between the first earthquake you can feel, which is 1 grain of rice, and a 9, which Japan had a while ago, is big.
That is really big. I don't know if most people even understand that difference. I
They
didn't.
probably don't, because it took me a while to figure out how to do something, and that's just an approximation. But
So,
you can
and
do the experiment in schools. It's in the book.
and
But
this
I'll
book
tell
is
you, by the time you get to a 9, I think it's too small to see on here. But it's like 3 giant jars full of rice. No, it's too small to see.
but that's how much
Uh,
rice fits
yeah.
that millions of rice in.
Well, yeah, like an 8.0 turns out to be 1,000 grains of rice, which is like 6.5 pounds of rice. And that was Michoacan, Mexico a while ago.
Okay.
And the one they just had in Russia was, truly like 800,000 grains of rice. It was not, and it's hard to imagine the damage from those. So I
Yeah.
wanted to give them some, because if you have knowledge, you're not as scared.
Yeah. That's right. There was, in fact, I think it was yesterday morning or this morning. I can't remember. I think it was yesterday. My days are getting screwed up. I got a notification on my phone that there was an earthquake off the coast of San Francisco, I think, and it was out in the ocean, and it was like 5.8, and I was like, I think that's I think you could feel. I'm trying to, like, I live in Minnesota. I don't experience earthquakes here generally,
No.
so I'm trying to remember.
If
Like, I
if
think
it's
you could.
not on the if it's in the ocean, it's hit or miss whether you'll get it.
Yeah,
I
it was
think
far enough out.
Kansas was a little in, but it definitely took out a lot of people. I get notices from the USGA when an
Yeah.
earthquake happens, a big one, because I want to check, see if I need to pray for everybody, or if it's out in the ocean where it's green.
Right. Yeah. And that's what I was thinking is I didn't hear it hit the news, but because I follow the USGS, I did get the
Yeah.
notice and I thought that was interesting. And I hadn't considered an earthquake being in the ocean before or what that would do to any of us on land.
It can result in tsunami.
Sure. Yeah.
And you will get a warning if you live in the Pacific Ocean area, like after Kanchaka, there was a big warning. And it doesn't necessarily hit, but you have to clear. I lived in
Sure.
Hawaii for a long time. And we'd get these notices, and you had to get off the beach because it isn't a wave like they do on the movie. It can be something that just comes up high, 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 and then sucks everything out.
Wow.
Wow.
And so it hits. I didn't want to move if it was the other side of the island, but apparently it's all the sides of the island.
Oh, sure.
Wow.
I didn't think about it like that.
So then I had to republish my other books, Time and Forever, maybe this time, and Irish Magic, because my publisher, Soulmate Publishing, who I adored, went under.
Oh, okay.
And the
Very
only
sad.
way that they gave us back the rights and to use the covers that we had and everything,
Nice.
but I didn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
It was a big learning process.
Sure. So did you end up self-publishing then?
Yes, to put them
Okay.
back out there, I had to self-publish them. I already had the audiobooks were already free in all the libraries
Oh, good.
because I had the audiobooks done professionally. I don't feel I'm a good audiobook narrator. So I paid SAG rates and had somebody do it.
Okay.
And I love Stephanie very much, but the one I'm doing now is called Lord Byron's Daughter, and I do plan to self-publish it. And it's all in England. So I can't use Stephanie because every voice is British.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of Ada Lovelace? Maybe
Yeah,
not.
that name
Yes.
sounds familiar.
Well, Ada Lovelace was the daughter of the very infamous Lord Byron, who was known as a lover around town, a poet that everybody swooned over his poetry. And he went off and fought wars and, joined Greek independence and everything like that. He actually had a contest one time with his friends. They were sitting around an island in Italy, and it got really foggy that year because Mount Etna erupted. So there was really no summer that year. So he proposed a contest and said, let's see who can write the scariest story. And Mary Shelley won it for Frankenstein.
So surprising.
Yeah, but that was so I knew about him, but until I took computer science in college, I didn't realize that Ada Lovelace, his daughter, wrote the first computer algorithm in 1840, 100
Mhm.
years before we had computers.
Yeah, it says she's a
Yeah,
mathematician and writer.
she was. And
Yeah.
the thing is, so I decided to find out because Alan Turing in the what's the book? He did the Enigma Machine. It is a big movie with Benedict Cumberbatch.
The Imitation Game.
Yes, thank you.
Oh.
He used her work, and
Okay.
I thought, wouldn't that be nice? Let's just time travel her. And so I did. And so it's a fictional tale about a real person, and it's really a love letter to the scientists and the thinkers and the romanticists. But in the book, her Lord William King, the Earl of Lovelace, demands she translate a book he has that turns out to have what may be mathematical formulas for time travel. And together with her friend and maid, Mary, they go and they recite the thing, and it takes them to World War II England in 1940 to the same house they started out from, but his country estate. And they end up in an adventure there, and she finds out that Turing used her work and wants to meet him and does meet him. And from there, they figure out together, all of them, how to stop the Enigma machine, which is the thing he was trying to do. The Germans had this machine that had hundreds of cogs and wheels and could change the code every day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it was always a whole new set of things, and you were always starting over again. But they find the clue that makes it possible to translate it. So it was fun to write.
That
And then I
sounds
decided,
fun.
all right, I'm going to self-publish this, but I want some help. I wrote it myself. I had it edited myself. I would never use ChatGPT for something like that. But then I decided I was going to try to use ChatGPT. And I used ChatGPT to make a cover brief and to
Okay.
do a blurb for it for Amazon. And you can't just take what they do. There is a version of ChatGPT called 5.0.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's 5.0, but you pay for it. I pay
Oh.
$20 a month to use it, but every time I want to talk about the novel, I have to reload it. It doesn't keep that, but
Oh.
it did me covers, and I think I sent you something, a
Yes.
cover brief that it made, and also all these different covers it's made, none of which I think I'll use, but they were interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And but if you're going to work with it, it will do things like that for you. It will find your Amazon categories. It can set up um, your manuscript so that it's ready to be put into the formalization for Kindle Create, and also for the other one. Can't think of the name. Direct publishing, the other one.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
And you can have it do all of that. But one of the first things I learned is I had made a little mistake. In 1820, they didn't use contractions. And I had used so many contractions.
That's right. That's
Mhm.
And
right.
I had to go through and take them all out. But on the other hand, the people in 1940 can keep them. And
Mm-hmm.
one thing I'm still worried about in our world, we still use the possessive like Lord King's library
Mm-hmm.
or
Mhm.
somebody's book. And I didn't take those all out because I wasn't sure what our world would do with no contractions, just having the S there
Oh,
instead.
for
I'm not sure
understanding
what else could do
purposes.
that. Yeah, I want to check Georgette Heyer and see what she did.
That's
Um,
interesting.
but that was very interesting. But writing the book and finding out about that period and the things that happened in 1940 with kinder children and the refugee organizations and what it was like using coupons. And of course, she knows none of this. But one thing she does know is women seem to be a lot freer then.
Hmm.
And, in her lifetime, all anybody ever said for you can't do anything out of the way because remember your father. You will be tainted with what he did. Remember your father. And she didn't want a husband. She just wanted to study math and do
Mhm.
things like that. And there was this guy named Babbage who invented a machine that was supposed to be able to compute numbers, but she was pretty sure it could be taught to think. And that's what Turing used. Um, do I sound so confused? So one of the things I sent you three things. One is the kind of thing it did for me as far as a cover brief,
Mhm.
and it gave you. I can bring it up, but it gave me a one of the things you have to have for Amazon. 9. Don't tell me
That's
that's
interesting. So you can put your own information in and then it would format it for you. And
yes, like it gave me the book information, a Victorian time travel romance, historical genre, historical science fiction time travel. And their back cover copy says in 1840 London, Ada Byron, daughter of the infamous Lord Byron, is a brilliant mathematician stifled by society's expectation. When she slips into a private library during a glittering ball, its owner, the infuriating Lord William King, demands she translate a mysterious Cyrillic manuscript. Within its pages lies a vision of time as a navigable river and equations that may hold the key to traveling it. Together with Ada's fiercely loyal maid Mary, the trio dare to test the manuscript's secrets and are thrust into war-torn England of 1940. Struggling to survive in a world of bombs and code breakers, Ada soon discovers her own intellect is more vital than ever, and that her heart may no longer be entirely her own. A genre blend of historical fiction, science fiction, and feminist adventure, Lord Byron's Daughter is a tale of intellect, courage, and the timeless search for women's freedom. And then it says about me, and it says that Lord Byron is her own love letter to female scientists, dreamers, and rebels across time. And then it gives cover design tools, tone, intelligent, adventurous, romantic, feminist,
hmm.
audience, fans of Outlander, The Rose Code, The Watchmaker of Filigree Street, mood, mysterious, empowering, elegant, with a hint of the fantastical. And then it gives key visual and a color palette and a typography. And then it gives comparable covers for inspiration.
Mhm.
And so then I said, well, do me some, in other words. But they did me about 7.
Oh,
I would
Wow.
probably, and I did send you a thing with all the covers. I don't know if you can put it up because I'm not sure I can, but I'll take.
I We don't,
then
I
I'll,
don't see it at the moment, but what we can do is include it maybe when we're editing the episode. We can maybe put some of those up. Um,
All right. I don't know how to share my screen. Wait a minute. I might could do it on this. I brought over my iPad.
Here,
My
I got it.
okay, you got it,
I
Emily?
think. I think. Give me a second here.
Because I'm sure you can get bigger ones.
Um,
I was fooling around trying to figure out how to give those all to you. I also sent you one thing that is the first 50 pages of the book. Should anybody be interested in taking a look,
that I remember
if
seeing.
they would
Yeah.
like to be, that can be a handout. Yeah, I'm looking for beta readers, and I will be looking for reviewers.
Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. So you have the first 51 pages, is that what you said?
Yeah, in a PDF document for you. I did send that as an attachment.
Okay, so you have these available for anyone who wishes?
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
the whole book. Mhm.
How would someone sign up for such a thing?
Well, if you can put it in your chat and attach it,
Yep, I can.
that would work.
Um, is there a link to it? Or I can
Uh,
maybe create one.
I sent you the PDF, so
Oh, okay. You know, we'll attach it to this episode when we publish it
okay.
so that if anybody is listening, we will attach that as a link in this
I will be
episode.
right back. I need my plug. Talk amongst yourself.
Okay.
It's telling me my battery is low.
You know, speaking of the contractions thing, I remember when I was first getting involved with like some reenactments and things with like the Renaissance Festival and whatever. And the festival I was going to was really about authenticity at the time. Like it was less fantasy, more authentic 1500s Elizabethan.
Mhm.
And so anybody who like volunteered for various character positions or even if you weren't volunteering, if you were working as a character and as a paid actor there, you had to learn proper Old English. And one of the first things, so I bought books. I bought books and I learned Old English, like Shakespearean. Anyway, one of the first things I had to do was to get rid of contractions. And there were a few other like things I picked up from that that I
Mhm.
realized later that I still do,
Such as.
such as a sentence structure thing. Like, I do love Susan Berger's grandson's cake. Saying I do, you know,
Okay.
verb. I do mow the lawn. I do this.
Hmm.
You know, it's instead of saying like, oh yeah, I mowed the lawn or I love cake. It was I do love cake. Just those little things. I catch myself every now and then. I was like, oh, I said it like that, didn't I? Because I did that for years and I didn't let it go.
Then I feel like I must have grown up as a Victorian child because that was like part of my everyday speech. Like my mom does the same thing, my grandmother did the same thing.
Oh, yeah. It might
So
just
And
be
I did too. And I didn't learn, I wasn't using contractions for a long time. And then I apparently overdid it.
I'm having to relearn that now to use contractions more. Like in my current job,
Mhm.
when I'm writing, the audience is much more familiar, it's much more conversational. And
mhm.
so constantly my reviews will include some form of this is too formal. Please, please,
Um,
please write this a little more
Your
familiar.
your mid-Atlantic
contractions.
Margar is too formal.
And-
All right, show us. Oh,
This is
there we
one of
go.
the,
Ooh, that's really nice.
Yeah, lovely. And the
and
clock even
then
looks
they
correct.
did, yeah, and they gave me other ideas. This one has the back matter on it, which you won't
Okay.
be able to read.
Okay.
Different look.
Like a full
Yeah.
spread of the back of the whole cover.
But
Very
they gave
nice.
me a
Very
bunch of
nice.
different ideas.
Hmm.
What you want, of course, is one that will appeal to your audience.
Of course.
Hmm.
Yeah, something that makes People want to pick up the book.
This has
Okay.
the skillet
Interesting. I,
with the airplanes on one side and her on the other.
I
And
do
then they
have to.
gave me one with all three of them on the cover.
Mhm.
Okay.
I have to say that I like the one with where it's her on one side and the planes on the other, having that kind of slash in the middle. That's really cool.
I think I like that too, except I don't like her face. I would like this is a very drawn face. I mean, it's obviously an illustration,
Hmm.
and I would like something that looks a little more real. And they gave me another one that actually looks like Ada Byron. Wait a minute,
Oh.
where is it? And this one looks more
Oh
like
yeah.
a person. So I would
More
like to switch
features.
it and yeah, do that. This one's got an airplane in it too,
Sure.
but I don't love it.
That's cool.
It's
Oh,
but I mean, you can use Chat GPT correctly, you know. Well, you can also use it as a psychiatrist and stuff like that. But it can help you with your writing. It can help you with your publishing.
With formatting and
Uh, and I do not. For instance, the first time I said, give me a blurb for this book, it sounded like a 5-star review. Well, I can't use that. Authors can't say that about themselves. You will love my book. Come on, I know it.
it's got to sound real.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
that's for readers to decide. So you don't get to say stuff like that. But you can train Chat GPT. One of the funniest ones I saw is one of my son's friends was over and he makes ice cream and he
Mhm.
wanted the recipe for ice cream written out and then he wanted it illustrated and he wanted the illustrations to be with each step. And he
Hmm.
gradually trained it to do just that.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's helpful. It's good instructional design. It's good, like, from a user standpoint. Sorry, my job is bleeding now into my own conversations. I'm sorry.
From a
Um,
user standpoint.
from a user standpoint.
Yeah.
Um, but
As long as you're careful with it, you can't take everything it says, but you can train it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there's a way to ethically use something. It's a
Mhm.
very heated topic that
Yeah.
yeah, we won't get into the politics there, and but still, there's a way to ethically use it, and I think we're
Oh
still
yeah.
figuring that out. And it sounds like you found a way that makes it usable for you, um, without doing everything for you. It's been a collaborative sort of thing.
There are two people together who are publicists for self-published authors, and they've come up with a thing you can put into Chat GPT, and it will make everything you need to do for you. It will make you media posts and all of that, but it costs $1,000. So I thought I'd try to figure it out on my own first
Yikes.
because I didn't have that.
I
Yeah.
feel like you should be able to ask Chat GPT what would be in that guide so that you wouldn't have to spend the
Oh, I could
$1,000.
do that. Yeah,
And
I
then
could
Chat
also.
GPT will tell you what it is
Well,
so that,
I've asked
yeah.
for give me a step by step, then give me media posts that I can use on Facebook, Instagram,
Sure.
TikTok. And once I have a cover, which I probably will pay for, because I don't love any of these covers. I don't know that I would be interested in your viewers'
Okay.
opinions of them because I don't know. I think I'll put them up on Instagram. Say, anybody like any of these?
That might be a good idea.
Yeah.
There's one thing I've noticed just from my own critical eye because I do some graphic design, and that is sometimes I can pick out if I can pick out that something was created on ChatGPT just by looking at it. Like
Yes.
there's these similarities that all kind of line up, and I
Yeah,
haven't
look
quite
at
put
your
my finger on it.
faces. Yeah,
Mhm.
part of it is the way they do the faces.
Yeah.
They're not. I don't necessarily want a sketch. I don't want somebody looking real. Um, and I don't necessarily want people. Sometimes books are better without it, but I think in this case it might be necessary.
Right.
I'd like to put both parts, like the two worlds, the
Yeah.
1940s and the Victorian.
Mhm.
Hmm.
That was one thing that was kind of nice about some of the historical novels is they showed like they would show like from here down of somebody and they're holding a thing. So you're not seeing the face, but so it's enough for your imagination to
Yes,
maybe fill in what they look like, but
right.
then
I love
they're
some of those.
holding an apple or holding a book or holding whatever.
A lot of Jane Ann Krantz ones are like that.
Oh yeah, that too, right?
Mm.
And then it just get lets you fill in the blank with what that person actually is like so that you can
That's
it's
what
more
I like
relatable
to
that
do.
way.
Yeah, I don't want necessarily I don't want to tell people what my people look like. Everybody has a right to have their own idea.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And we do. Did you like Twilight? I couldn't stand the movies because they didn't look anything like what they look like in my head.
There was a big debate. I had friends that were super into the books, and when the movies came out, they were vastly disappointed with the people that were
Hmm.
portraying them, not
Yes.
with the actors themselves, but the way that they were styled.
Mhm.
Oh.
Oh, Emily, did you feel differently about who got
I
cast?
mean, I'm not a big fan of the story.
Hmm.
But I did read all the books and I did watch all the movies. So I was into it to a degree, but not like as a fan. It was, I mean, not that I didn't enjoy it. I'm in the middle on that one. That's hard because I take some issues with it, but I still didn't hate it.
I
There.
have a book I'm really in love with right now called The House on the Cerulean Sea
Oh, that's
by
a beautiful title.
TJ. Well, it's TJ Klune. He describes himself as the trans Harry J.K. Rowling.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But the book is so magical.
Is it?
Ooh.
The title is magical.
It's a wonderful book. Did you ever hear of something called cottagecore?
Yes.
Yes, adore cottagecore.
That's House on the Cerulean Seas on that list.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, the Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches and A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. Those are three of my favorites. I had never heard of cottagecore,
Hmm.
Okay.
but when I looked it up, a lot of my favorite books were on there.
Okay.
Very
Wow.
nice. Yeah.
So does that mean that you're cottagecore, Susan?
Yeah. Oh, I don't write it, but I love it. I'm reading it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's an amazing thing that I discovered these books, and it's making me and my sister very happy because I'm giving the books to her.
Yeah. There's a lot of romanticism in cottagecore.
Oh, there is, and
Mm-hmm.
some of it. I mean, some of it are the children's books: Howl's Moving Castle, Anne of Green Gables. But then there's Sarah Addison Allen is on that list, and I
I
love her so much.
I love Sarah Addison Allen.
Oh, I do too. I love her to death. And so when her name came up, I said, well, I'm going to look up some more of this stuff. And the first one I came up with was The House on the Cerulean Sea. And I borrowed it from the library because I wasn't sure. I've now bought it 4 times, but so I'm sure now. I bought it for a lot of friends. Oh, wait a minute. I have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
For everyone, it is TJ Klune, The House on the Cerulean Sea. As of recording on Goodreads, it has a 4.4 rating with over 895,000 reviews. So
It's really good.
I think you can say it's really good.
And Clune is with a K, Klune.
Klune. And there is a sequel to it, which I also have, but it's in the other room. And then the other two, the writer's name is Sangu Mandini. And those two books, they're in the same world, but they're definitely independent reads. And oh, I want more. I want more. But the Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping just came out a month ago, so I guess it'll be a while. And then there was The Spell Shop by Beth Durst, also
Okay.
wonderful. And just to find all of these magic books, The Teller of Small Fortunes
Mm-hmm.
was another, and
Okay.
they were just so good. I'm recommending them to you right now.
We're taking note for
Yeah.
Oh,
sure.
good.
I just added The House on the Cerulean Sea to my cart.
There's one that I truly love. It is not very cottagecore, but man, does it have a really good story. It's called The Peach Keeper by
I love
Sarah
that. That's
Addison.
Addison. If it's by her, I have it. I
Oh,
bought it the second it came out. I used to correspond with her
Oh,
seriously?
because she had cancer at one point, and she said that she loved Northern Exposure. So I sent her some scripts
oh, wonderful.
and we got a correspondence going. And she was also on my blog with First Frost.
Yes. Oh, I devoured First Frost. It was
So
so
did I.
good.
And I just reread them all.
Did you really?
Oh yeah, and my favorite, I think, is the candy one, the Sugar Queen.
Oh. Yeah. Um,
But all of them, Other Birds, the Sugar Queen, of course, Garden Spells. That's got to be.
Man. Okay, when it got to the scene, and I don't want to spoil anything, but if Garden Spells is the one I'm thinking of, it's the one where the apple falls from the
Yes,
tree, and if they
and
bite it,
everybody knows
Yep.
if you get one of those apples, it's going to tell you your fate.
Yep. It's so good. It's so heartwarming. Please don't spoil it for anybody. It is such an emotional ride. Highly recommend it.
Oh yeah.
Susan, I have got to say, every time you're on the podcast, you are such a bundle of energy, and you are it's so clear that you have so much creativity to you. And I just have to say, thank you so much for spending time with us today on the podcast.
Oh, my pleasure. I like you both very much.
Thank you. We like you too.
Well, I'll take any of your book recommendations.
And we'll take yours.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, check out that thing and see if you're at all interested in Lord Byron's daughter. I'm
Yes.
interested to see what somebody besides my editor and friends think, because it's lovely that they like it, but
Okay.
you know.
Well, we'll post it with we'll post the link with the official episode release. So that will be in a couple of weeks. And so watch for it on Spotify and YouTube. And then anywhere you get your podcasts, it should be in the description. I'll make sure that happens. And then, so then I will send you any results we get, so
Cool.
that, yeah, anybody who writes back or shares their opinion will make sure you get your hands on that.
All right. Well,
And
thank
then
you.
we will too, of course.
It's such a pleasure to talk with you both again. Thank you.
Likewise. And when you have your fifth and sixth and seventh novels, we'll have you back so you can talk about those novels.
That's right.
Yeah, next one is The Witch's Garden.
Okay.
That's-
Okay.
Currently, do you guys read Jennifer Cruzy?
Oh, we've had her on the
Mhm.
show. Yeah.
Oh, Jen, I love Jen, and the
Bob
series
Mayer.
that she wrote with Bob Mayer, the Rocky Start series,
Mhm.
was just amazing, and I love it so much. But she did the critique for me, she and Bob, on
Oh,
The
how
Witch's Garden.
nice.
So, like, oh my God, they're right. I got to change the beginning, and I haven't figured out the beginning again yet. When I do, I'll
Well,
get back to it.
at least you've got some sound advice to move
Yes,
forward
I
with.
do. They have given me great advice, so I am.
Yeah, brilliant writers.
Oh
And
yeah,
what a unique duo
I
they
know.
are.
Next one is the art ones are coming out.
Okay. I was thinking we should get them back on the show sometime soon.
Oh, they are about to have another series, and Joan of Art. They're hoping for a better
That
name.
is so right up our alley, Trey. We've got to have them back on the show.
Please.
That was one of the trippiest shows we ever did.
But it was so good.
It was. Oh yeah, not in a negative way at all. Just what a roller coaster show.
I know, they're so different.
They
And
are, and they hadn't talked to they hadn't seen each other in like 8 years or something. It was like,
and Jenna posts on her blog
mhm.
some of their correspondence and trying to get a zombie in the thing, and now no zombies.
They're so fun.
Zombie.
I love this juxtaposition of personalities and artistic talent together. We almost couldn't ask for anything better.
No, because their points of view are so different, and he does the guy and she does the woman,
Mm-hmm.
and the juxtaposition is so wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you how many times I've given away those books.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, Susan, sincerely, well, when we have Jenny Cruzy and Bob back on the show, we will definitely let you know.
Oh yeah.
But you are such a delight. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for being you and continuing to do the things that you do as an artist.
It's an adventure, and I'm not ready to give it up.
Excellent to hear. I love that. And you can find Susan online at susanbergeractor.com, on Instagram at Berger Susan James. It's Berger to clarify. And then on Facebook, it's under Sue Berger 3. But definitely go follow her on Instagram and check out her website. You'll find her books and things there too. So lots to enjoy.
What TikTok is.
Oh, TikTok. Yeah.
Sue Berger 3 at Susan James Berger.
Mm-hmm.
At Susan James Berger.
At Susan James Berger is TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
But as we close this episode out, along with every other episode, you can find wherever you get your podcasts. You can find behind the scenes content and more on our Patreon at TheModRom. And you can also find past episodes on our website, themodrom.com. And you can also find and email your opinions to Susan Berger. I tried to have a witty response to that, but I can't think of one. You can just tell Susan Berger your thoughts.
Okay.
But please go check out her work, and please go support local artists. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.